Welcome to Tejano Time Podcast, where we celebrate the music, culture, and traditions of Tejano music. Thanks for joining us as we sit down with the biggest names in Tejano music. From legendary artists to rising stars, we will talk about their latest projects, share stories from the road, and maybe dive into history and heritage of Tejano music. So grab your favorite drink, sit back, and enjoy this episode of Tejano Time. Here's your host, Keith LEAL.
Okay, now we can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode here of the Tejano Time Podcast, guys. That's Cinco de Mayo. That's right. So I would like to welcome, first of all, before we get that all started and all that out of the way, my guest right here back to the show. It's been a minute since he's been here, but he is back. It's Mr. Juan Treviño. We're talking about two-time Latin Grammy winner, singer, songwriter. He's got plenty of titles, okay? There's a lot of titles, but it's not just a title. It's with a lot of work that comes with all those titles as well. So welcome back to the show, my brother.
Oh, thank you, Keith, for having me here, and I guess talk about everything that's new, things that I've been working on lately, and I'm just happy to be here and talk to you. You know, it's always fun.
Always fun. And Esther, you got a lot going on for you, man, right now. A lot of things happening with new music as well. I would like to say hello to everybody on Tejano TV. También we're streaming it live on Tejano TV. So saludos to everybody out there. All our platforms. If you guys are out there tuned in right now to the show, definitely share the live, guys. Okay, wherever you may be watching from, share the live right here on Tejano Time Podcast. Juan Treviño, my guest tonight, and let's get a little bit of a reaction from Juan. Not reaction, but let's send a big shout out to everybody out there. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. También. Juan, you got anything to say?
Just be careful. People like to drink a lot right now, so just be careful. Uber if you have to.
Exactly.
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
We really never celebrated it because it's more of a, I guess, Hispanic. And it's more an American holiday, I guess you could say, even though it's a Mexican celebration, but
correct.
In Mexico they don't celebrate it at all. So, but I mean it's always fun, being out there with friends.
Yeah, they've been drinking all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can go on social media right now, and they started at lunchtime. If they could order any earlier, 9 or 10 o'clock, I'm sure they probably would have, but they didn't. So that's a good thing. But let's talk about. You got some music out right now. You've got we were talking about it before we got on the show here, and it wasn't an EP. It's actually an album. So you got how many songs are you said on the new album?
7.
7 songs. 7 songs, and it's out, and it's titled what? Six.
It's my 6th album.
6th album.
Yeah, I mean I have some other ones that are EPs, which is like a unplugged version of, and like different styles of songs that they've been recorded of mine before, but just acoustic. But I mean this is an album.
How do you prepare for recordings that could potentially lead to Grammy nominations, man? I know it takes a lot of work and a lot of participation from a lot of guest musicians as well, no?
Yeah, well, this time around was a little different as far as guest musicians. I usually, like for my last production, I literally recorded almost everything except for the drums, because I'm not a drummer. Okay. I'm not a drummer. And this time around, I decided to, contact my friends. They've always told me, hey man, if you need help, let me know. I'd like to be part of it. And I took their word for it this time. I started last year with the song. What was it? Oh, Falta Calendario. That song was released in, I believe, February or March of last year, and I wanted to do it like that, to where I release a couple singles, maybe 3 singles, and then release the whole EP. And people liked it. And that song, on that song, I have it's just me, Rudy Olivares on drums, which is Vito Olivares' son, and Rick Rios on saxophone. He's playing for Los Musicales now. He's from here, from H-Town. We went to school together since middle school. So it was good to be working with him again. And how do I prepare? I mean, I just is I really I don't think about the Grammy stuff. I
Hmm.
just want whatever I'm feeling at the time when I'm recording. That usually what comes out on the record. If I'm listening to a certain type of music when I was writing these songs, it's gonna show. It's gonna show on my album as far as where I got the influences from.
Right, right.
Um, and just try to be a perfectionist. That's all you can do. Try to have
Yeah.
a good quality album out there, and just hopefully the people like it. I believe like if I'm happy with what I'm recording, I have to be happy first,
Yeah.
so I could transmit that to the people. Like if I try to record something that just because it's in style or people liking a certain type of music, a genre or whatever, it's not gonna be me. I have
Yeah.
to I
True.
have to give them what comes out of me,
Hmm.
and it starts with the writing. I always
Yeah.
prepare, I did try to use wording this time that younger crowd could probably relate to in Spanish. Uh, but that I didn't do it all. I mean, because I'm old, so I don't feel comfortable singing those types of songs either. Uh, so yeah, just trying fresh, to be fresh, something new as far as
Hmm.
from what I've done before, and I think
Yeah.
I've done it. I think this is the album where I literally what I was going for on the last album, which was trying to mix a little bit more of the regional mexicano with the Tejano, and I think this album's what finally I think I could say like I finally got the result that I wanted.
Hmm. Nice. Yes. And like not that you haven't put out anything great. You've got a lot of great music out there. And the fans out there, the listeners that we have here in H Town, también support your music greatly. And that's expected. When you put so much hard work into some of your production, it just sounds different. You put a little Tejano norteño, you mix it all up, then you blend it all together.
Yeah.
And it's just something that it's fresh. Every time we hear your music, it's always something fresh, and that's what I like about it. Um, what inspires you? When it comes to your songwriting, I know you write a lot of songs, and you actually one of the albums that you or the album that you won the Grammy for a couple years back was something that you wrote every entire song, correct?
Yeah, all my music, every
All your
album that
music,
I've
every
released, I've,
album.
I've written every song.
Wow,
I've written
nice.
every song. And I think that's really what helps me connect with the people too.
Hmm.
As far as love songs, I've always said I write them for my wife. Uh, I get inspired from my wife, and just with anything with love songs, the sad songs have to be there too.
Yeah.
And I mean, I write songs from either I hear a word while I'm on, just watching TV, or I hear somebody talking and they say a certain word, and I write it down on my phone. And then when it's time to write down the song, then I go back to those notes that I have, and I try to do a song about that.
Yeah.
Sometimes all I have is the title
Hmm.
of a song, and I said I want this title to be the song, and I go off of that.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
and
That's
then
talent.
they're all my songs are ballads at the beginning, and then when
Hmm.
I finish it, I decide, oh, maybe this one fits better as a ranchera or a cumbia, or
Cumbia.
just leave it ballad. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what we're working, and then I always start with the lyrics and the music. So I think that's why people do connect a little bit more with my song, because it's more of me.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's it's straight stuff. So that's awesome. That is awesome. Definitely your songwriting, también. There's no doubt about that. Now, you have a new single that's out right now, currently. That's out, doing great things for you. It's charting pretty much throughout the state of Texas, which is a good thing. Renacer. It's the. Tell me a little bit about that song and the background on that one. I know you used, like you said, you had a couple of guest musicians también that helped you out on this project, and you took up their offer, and on this time around,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Well,
So
on the drums on that song is Nacho Lozano. He worked with me. Yeah, we worked together on the last album. He's a drummer from Monterrey. He used to play for La Firma. And the
okay,
reason why I like working with Nacho is because he brings that Mexico regional mexicano norteño style, and then blended to the Tejano that I'm doing. So it gives it a twist to it, a different twist. And on the bass, I work with Eddie Perez, which we've been friends for forever.
yeah,
La Calma's recorded some of my songs. We just never worked together in the production. So yeah, I mean, he was one of the first ones to tell, hey man, whatever you need, let me know. So I called him up, and yeah, the rest of the instruments on that song is all me: keyboards, accordion, bajo sexto, uh, and it's just the drums and the bass on that one that they
Hmm.
helped me with. And the song, the song that I said talks about. That's why I was talking about trying to do some lyrics that are more fresh. It
Hmm.
talks about somebody who opens up the phone and sees the story on Instagram, and sometimes it shows you a memory that you posted 2 or 3 years ago, and you want to reshare it, and that's how it starts.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, it talks about a memory that this person posted to make him feel better because he was going through a hard time, either being a breakup, losing somebody, for anything. He was going for and at the end of watching that story, it reminded him that he's at a better place.
Hmm.
That he volvió a renacer. With it took time, but at the end
Yeah.
of everything that happened, that had to happen, volvió a renacer, and he's doing good. So
Yeah.
that's what the song's about.
Nice. And we have the video that we'll share here in just a few moments for everyone out there that's watching here on Tejano Time Podcast. Juan Treviño is my guest tonight. Share the live, guys. Saludos to everyone on Tejano TV también that's tuned into the show. How do you stay motivated and inspired to continue making music? Your sixth album already, so that's well done. I mean, 6 albums, you know what I mean? And I know you love what you do. There's no doubt about that. Just you take the time and to perfect your craft. You know what I mean? But how well do you? I mean, going forward again, stay motivated.
Uh, Listening to music.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all I've done since I was a little kid. I've never had. This is like my real job.
Hmm.
When people say, "Oh, that's your real job," yeah, this is all I've been doing since I was little. I started in church. That's how I learned how to play. Uh, then I started playing with my brothers. We had a band when we were little. Then I moved to high school and played in bands with my friends, with Constelacion here from Houston, Silverado here from Houston. Also, I played with
Okay.
them. And then in like 2000 or like 98 to 2000, I started a band again with my brother and my cousin. It was called Essencia, and we were together for, I don't know, maybe 20 years almost. And
Wow. Okay.
we did also five CDs, and then that's when I decided to go on my own because it was just, I just didn't feel it anymore. And I think that's also what's helped me. Like, if I get bored of something, I need to try to do better than what where I was at, and I'm constantly, you know changing and evolving as a musician too, as a writer.
Yeah.
And uh and I think that's what it is. I mean, te levantas todos los días, and I can't write a song every day. I'm not.
Yeah.
That's because there's songwriters
Yeah.
friends of mine who literally they get up every day and write 2 3 songs a day. I'm like, man, I can't do that because my type of writing is, it has to come to me. Like,
Hmm.
I can't, I have to feel like writing that day. And because I've done it for so long to where I've wasted time like trying to write a song when I don't feel like it, and I finish the song and then the next day I hear it and I'm like, oh no, this song
No.
sucks, so I
Yeah.
trash it. So it's all that, I spend all that time trying to do something that I knew I wasn't gonna like at the end of the day. So I know now that now I had to write whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
And that's why I say when I go back to those notes while I get ideas.
Hmm.
Uh, and Yeah, but I think listening to all kinds of music, Tejano, I listen to a lot of singer songwriters in Spanish, country music. My wife loves country music, so I listen to a little bit of everything, and that's why I'm saying that my styles have a little bit of everything because
Yeah.
that's who I am.
Yeah. You got a lot of blend in it. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. We can send a big shout out going out to Robert Vasquez. Saludos, jóvenes,
Saludos,
desde
Robert.
Littlefield, Texas.
Saludos.
Armando Velasquez, saludos, también is
Saludos,
watching the
Armando.
show. Yes, a big shout out to you guys. That's right. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, right here. Renacer well, Kiana Huerta también just logged in as well. So, Kiana from
Bye.
New
Hi,
Mexico.
Kiana.
Thank you so much for watching the show, and we got a great guest on for you guys tonight, man. So thank you so much for tuning into the show, and we're going to share a video here in just a moment right now. Well, Renacer, we want to definitely play that one for everybody that's tuned into the show as well. We've got a couple of them, and again, this off this album, the brand new album that he's got out. The album dropped back in April.
April 17th for my
17th.
birthday. I dropped it.
Nice. Yeah, not too long ago. So, and it's got a lot of great music on there. To be honest with you guys out there, if you have not yet heard some of the songs on the entire album, go check it out. It's available también to stream on all platforms. But this is his current single right now. This video that you're about to watch here is his current single that's out right now, and it's being played and charted throughout the state of Texas. También, I think you're on the gold countdown. I know you're on several of them out there. So it's doing very well. So they're reporting it. So it's there. It's doing well. So check this video out, and we'll be right back here with some more Juan Treviño right here in just a few minutes, right here on Tejano Time Podcast, guys.
Han pasado desde que te fuiste. Salió en las memorias de mi Instagram una frase triste que subí para sentirme bien, para encontrar un poco de valor y no rendirme por una traición. No me dejé vencer por el dolor. Desde ese día yo he vuelto a renacer. No ha sido fácil, pero ya lo superé. Esta memoria solo me hizo comprobar que con el tiempo las heridas han cerrado. Hoy estoy bien. He vuelto a renacer. Fácil, pero ya lo superé. Esta memoria solo me hizo comprobarlo, que con el tiempo las heridas han cerrado. Hoy estoy bien, he vuelto a renacer.
Awesome right there. Great video, great song, beautiful song there. Kiana says that as well. Was tuned in también.
Thank you.
Juan Treviño, esta buena, esta rola, ese éxito from Vanita Leo and family. So that's from Nina.
Muchas gracias. Saludos.
También bravo, coming from Armando Velasquez también. So yes, great stuff there, guys. And you're missing out if you haven't downloaded the songs there. Go out there and check it out. There's so many of them. We got, he's got a lot of great music out there. Don't get me wrong. He's got a lot of fantastic stuff out there, and it's fresh. It's different. Go out there and and stream it. It's available on all digital platforms. Search his name, Juan Treviño. It'll pop up, guys, and many other songs. We've got another video we'll share here towards the end of the show, but we do have some more questions right here for Mr. Juan Treviño también. Again, Renacer was the name of the song. So, guys, if you're watching, big shout out going out to Mr. Ernie Gonzalez. He says, "What up, y'all?" He's tuned in. Mr.
What's up,
Ernie.
Bernie? Grupo Alamo in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes. Long time don't hear from that guy right there, but he's doing a lot of great things. I mean, still, I'll see him pop up here and there on social media. But another fantastic, humble dude right there, man. So, yes, for sure, for sure. We got saludos from Mission, Texas. Gigi La Chicana Guerrero. That's right.
Saludos hasta Mission.
There you go. A lot of people tuned in. Thank you guys for tuning into the show right here. So, how would you describe your music style, and how has it evolved over time, Juan?
Me personally, I don't like to put labels on it. I mean, es música tejana, pero some people say it's not. Some people say it's norteño. Some people say it's tejano. So I literally just put my music out and let them decide.
Let them decide. Let them judge,
if they think it's tejano, then it's tejano. They like it because it's norteño, then it's norteño. There's really no right or wrong answer. I think at the end of the day, why you want to put border on, on music? So
yeah. Well, you're right.
I mean, So, but I mean, it's para mí it's Tejano music, especially it's something fresh, something new that I've been working on, like I said earlier, for a while. And I think on this album, finally got it to where I want it to be, which is a mixture of the regional mexicano con el Tejano. Pero yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I think as far as my style, and it's evolved. I mean, I've played all styles since when I was a little kid. I played the tropical with my family, which was like Pegaso, Topaz, Renacimiento, and all that. And then when I was in high school, I started playing the Tejano music, and I did it for a long time. When I was with my brothers, when I did the band after high school, we played Norteño Light. Then I started doing, as far as my writing, all my songs are ballads. So all those styles combined together, I think this is what made this style that I have now.
Yeah. Well, that's well blended. There's no doubt about that. Juanita Chapa says, "Wow." She says, "I love the song. I love your songwriting skills. Great Tejano sound. Hello from Han, Texas."
Saludos hasta Han, Texas.
Yes, and Ana Reyes says that's a good dancing song. Yeah. Saludos, Ana Reyes. También, thank you for watching the show tonight. I tuned in from all over the place. So, give me some of your biggest musical influences as growing up. Like you said, you've done just about everything from Tejano, tropical, and all different styles. But any musical influences growing up? Any major names? Well, it don't even have to be in the Spanish. It can be in the English.
No. Well, I mean, yeah. As far as like singers, I gotta say it's Luis Miguel. As far as Tejano music, the first time why I fell in love with Tejano music was because of Debe Ligarse Dos Musicales. I was a bass player when I was in high school, so I mean the way Dickie plays that bass, I was just like, wow, it blew my mind. So after that, that's what I really started listening to all the time, and that's why my favorite album is 1392, because that's the album that when I discovered Los Musicales was when 1392 was out. Yeah, so I mean, as far as singer-songwriters, I like Alejandro Sanz, Alex Cuba, Gianmarco, and then Norteño. I mean, I listen to everything, Salomón Robles, Grupo Pesado, but I think La Mafia too is a big influence, especially what I'm doing now. Sometimes I talk to Mando just to get a feel of what he thinks about the music, what I'm doing, and I was listening to him. It's not really advice that he gives me, but it's little things that he says here and there in a conversation that I'm like, oh yeah, I should try that. So I mean, yeah, it's cool that I can call them now, and because I've worked with them as a songwriter, that I could call them and get advice or just their opinion on anything, and it affects my music that way también.
Yeah, amazing, man. Always, I've heard so many different stories about Mando también, who just is there, for any coaching opportunity or whatever that he can give to some of the other generations? I mean, whatever the case may be, asking for like you said, advice or just something that maybe this will help you. That's pretty awesome though for those
Yeah.
guys out there. I mean, they've been in the business, I mean, a long while, so they got it down. There's no doubt about that. Amazing
Yeah, yeah.
guys right there. Yeah, so for sure.
Yeah, to me, they're the best Tejano band as far as putting Tejano music on all the, not just on the map, like they say.
Hmm.
It's, I mean, they took it down all over the world,
All over the world.
and they're
Yeah.
still doing it and filling out, places. So I mean, to me, that's the best Tejano band,
Yeah.
yeah, that has existed. To me,
Existed. Yeah,
I
and
call
still
them,
doing it.
they're the Beatles of Tejano music. To
Yeah.
me, yeah,
Yeah, definitely, man. These guys rock, man. They've been selling out shows. I mean, we're talking about packed stadiums. You know what I mean? If it's not a
yeah,
stadium, it's an outdoor, venue or not a venue, but concert. Just
yeah.
out there. It's just a lot of people that go out there to check these guys out, regardless, man. So it's arenas, whatnot. But yeah, for sure, for sure. Sabrina Hernandez, hello. Thank you for tuning into the show. Mr.
Saludos,
Roy
Sabrina.
Mesa, también
Saludos, Roy.
tuned into the show. Thank you guys for tuning in right here to the Tejano Time podcast. My guest right here tonight, Mr. Juan Treviño, guys, right here, H-Town's very own. He is in on the show, not in studio, but on the show, definitely. And we want to, talk more about his music and whatnot. He's got a lot of great stuff that's out there available on all digital platforms. I mean, so how do you approach working with other musicians and producers on a project? When it comes together, what's your approach on that?
As far as like my album, I think I had to not really know you, but their style, as far they have to have like a certain style, and be kind of have like the same vision that I have when I'm
Hmm.
recording. That's the reason why I told you that, like, on my last album, I recorded almost every instrument because I wanted a certain sound. Uh, and it's easier for me just to pick it up and record it here at the house, and then to send it to somebody else and wait.
Yeah.
Uh, but I mean, it's more of if I like the way, how they work more than
Hmm.
anything, because nowadays you could, for example, on this last album, there's this guy from California. He's a bass player, great bass player, uh, Edward Gonzalez.
Okay.
He's known by Eduardo Bass uh, on the social platforms. But this guy. He records with monster, artists in California, and he's a good friend of mine también. And I knew that a song that I had that's on this album, Antes de que te vayas, I knew he fit great in that song because I
Mm.
know the way he plays. So it was a matter of just getting in contact with him. Hey, you want to be a part of it? He said, sure. So I mean, y lo que me mandó, it felt like a glove, and
Yeah.
so. And that's I like to work with musicians like that, que les gusta la música, que tienen disciplina, that that they do it for the art, not
Hmm.
just to record anything. So
Right.
so it has to be también de buena calidad, something that the people deserve great quality music, and that's what I try to when I see different musicians, I try to get that.
Yeah, that's what you want to bring to the table. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to Dallas Fort Worth right there. That's right. The guys over on Tejano Talk, I believe it is. It's Tejano Time.
Saludos.
Tejano Talk. They got a podcast out there. I think it's forgot his name. God darn it. Salcedo guy right there. Yes, the guys out there. So saludos to you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the show tonight as well right here. Thank you. It's been a minute since I've checked these guys' show out, but I know they're out there doing their thing as well. So props to those guys. And any upcoming, I mean, I know you just released the album right now, recently there in April, and I believe they had wanted to know. We did mention it early on in the show, but somebody had mentioned what day in April, which was, I guess it was probably your birthday, or
Yeah,
you
the
released it on
17th.
your birthday, which was the 17th. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Ana Reyes, if you're still watching the show, yes, the day in April that the album was released was on the 17th. Okay. That's right. So we got Mr. George Vences también tuned into the show over in Cali. That's right. Freestyle
Saludos.
Cartel in the building right there. Yes. Got his own show también. Does great things as well. So saludos, buddy. Thank you for tuning into the show right here. So tell me a little bit about any projects you may be working on right now for the future. I know you just
Uh,
released an album, and you're like, let this
yeah,
sit in, let
no,
this sit in.
this is usually it takes me a while to work on an album. I usually take, almost a
Yeah.
whole year while I
Hmm.
take my time. And this year I kind of left everything like towards the end. So I literally was locked in my room almost 2 months working on
Wow.
the album, and I hadn't done that since I was, young kid,
Hmm.
recording. So I'm still, taking a break from that. Just writing songs right now. I have a couple of collaborations that are gonna be out, in the future real soon, and but I don't want to say anything until the artists themselves
Yeah.
say it. But that's pretty much it. I've been recording for other artists también aquí en el estudio y working on writing songs.
Yeah, so like you said, this is your bread and butter. This is your job. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So whether it's recording your music, do you help a lot of other artists out there? Do you produce anything for anybody else out there?
As far as producing, the last album I produced was the Roel Martinez. It came out
Okay,
last year around this time también creo. I have a collaboration también con él, but it's more about recording instruments for other artists
for
cuando
other artists.
necesitan. Either they need a bass, bajo quinto, sometimes accordion, keyboards, or they need backup vocals. I do everything from here from the house. Así de que si se les ofrece a alguien, I'm
Yeah,
available.
for sure.
Yeah,
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 there's no doubt about that. Roel Martinez también. I had a chance to meet him over the weekend, at an event there in down Lake Jackson. So great guy también, man. Great humble
yeah.
artist. I don't think he gets enough credit. You know what I mean? The guy is just amazing. His band is amazing. Music is amazing.
Yeah, he's got a
But
great voice. Y también, I
great
mean,
voice.
he puts on a good show también.
Damian, yeah. So he'll be out soon here in H Town, so you guys be on the lookout for that. Anyhow, again, guys, back to the show right here on Tejano Time Podcast. If you got any questions for Juan, feel free to drop them if you're watching the show right now. Yes, and share the live, guys. Please share the live, and let's get the music out there around from Mr. Juan Treviño. Okay, so it's available on all digital platforms. We got another video we're going to share here in just a minute, but he has other songs on that album that were released prior to this one. You have another single prior. Well, I got the one that we're going to play here in just a few minutes. The video, which is Falta Calendario
Mhm.
24/7. So there was another single that you just recently released before this one.
It
That's out on
was
video.
también it was a slow song.
Yes, algo.
Tengo algo pendiente.
There you go. There, I
Yeah,
couldn't get it out.
it's like a cut, a little bit of country influences in there también. A good friend of mine también de Nashville. He plays steel guitar, Kyle Everson.
That's
He
what I was
plays
gonna say.
he used to play steel guitar for Martina McBride. And now también he does the same thing. He works from his studio recording for other people. Uh, so I mean, in that song, the song talks about a couple that they've liked each other for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and they know they just haven't told. They're like they don't find the no se atreven a decirle uno al otro,
Yeah.
hey, I know you like me, so let's just do this, and that's what the songs talk about. Se le está declarando él a ella.
Mm-hmm. That's another song, guys, out there. It's like you said, it's a slow song, but it's great. You got to check his music out. So, guys, go out there and look it up for sure, and you won't be disappointed. I can guarantee you that. All right, we'll get to that video here in just a little bit. We talked about the upcoming. So let me ask you this one. I know I've asked you this before in the past on the show here, whether it was in studio or the last podcast we had. But I know again, this is your bread and butter. You do this. You record. You release music and whatnot. Has it crossed your mind yet to actually just maybe get out and just do one gig? You know what I mean? Just for the hell of it?
No, it'll be
No.
fun. It's just
I know
for
you're
that.
busy. I know you're very busy. There's no doubt
No,
about
but
that.
also like to get a band together and to sound the way I want it to sound.
It's gonna be.
It's not. Yeah, that's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
And then just for one night, como que no, no me conviene. So, I mean, I would love to. I would love to, even play here and there out of town, but I just don't. I see a lot of the band members in our industry jumping from band to band, and sometimes you see them with
Mm.
this band, and then the next day they're playing with somebody else, and I don't I don't like that because
Yeah,
it's not gonna be like a professional show, where it's your band, and it's hard to keep a band. I
it
completely
is.
understand. It's
Hmm.
hard. So for that reason, I don't do it. That's why I said it's easier for me to probably do an acoustic show
Yeah.
with
Okay.
the canciones versiones más acústicas. than to do a whole full show with the band. It's hard.
Yeah, no, I totally I totally agree with you on that. It is, and you don't want to go up there sounding like Juan Martí y los Cuatro Clavos, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
or something. Like
yeah,
that. You
yeah,
know what I mean? And the next show you got is Juan Treviño, you know what I mean? But it's
yeah,
tough. It's tough, but
yeah,
to put everybody, I mean, again, why? I guess I would say I would ask another question as to why would you, when you're right where you want to be, you know what I mean? You can record music, you can release your
yeah,
music and win a Grammy as well, and not even with having to perform or anything like that. And that's what it's all about. It's not about your performances that are going to get you that. It's about your songwriting. It's about your music itself.
yeah,
It speaks wonders. You
yeah.
don't have to do all that, but again, it was just a thought.
No, I mean,
It would love to.
people
They've
have
asked me.
asked me, they've asked me why I record music more than anything if I'm not gonna play, and I'm like, because I want to,
Yeah,
because I can. I mean, this is all I
because
know how to do,
yeah,
and instead of saying like, how come more people aren't releasing music? They're saying, well, why are you releasing music if you're not gonna play? What you want
hmm
is more people to be releasing music in the industry, and have
exactly.
more people, just making it bigger. So,
Yeah,
I mean, to me, I mean, it's a lot of times people complain. That's what I said, and to me, it just comes into one ear and the other because it just means that they're talking about me, and that helps me in a way.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
it does for
yeah,
sure. You're making some noise. You know what I mean, and not
yeah.
having to. Yes, we got. Let's see, we got Mr. Joaquin Chavez right there. Saludos, Keith and Juan. Joaquin Chavez and the Conjunto Boys tuned in.
Saludos, Joaquin.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for tuning into the show. And if you guys have anything for this guy right here, feel free to drop it in the box, all right? So we're going to go ahead and play another video that we have here. We're going to get the story behind that one is before we play the video también. And we're talking about Falta Calendario 24/7. So tell me a little bit about that song there, Juan.
24/7 is maybe the typical one night stands that you have with somebody, and where you don't want to feel committed to a relationship. In this case, the guy's he likes this person, but
Mhm.
the person only texts back on a Friday, let's say, and then they get together, and he won't hear from her till the next Friday.
Yeah.
So he's saying that there's not enough time in 24 hours a day for 7 days a week. They need more calendar because there's not
Yeah.
enough time for them to be hanging around together. So it's that's what the song's about, pretty much.
There you go. We'll go check out this video, guys. Another great video, from Mr. Juan Treviño right here. Check it out, man. And these videos. When you do the videos, this is all who shoots these videos.
The videos is my good friend right here, Vladimir Castellanos. He's also a musician, but he used to work for Azteca TV.
Okay.
He had his own video show also, but it was for Rock en Español back in the early 2000s, called oh my God, I can't remember the name of it. Supernaco.
Okay.
Supernaco was the name of the show, and then they used to show nothing but Rock en Español. So he's been working with cameras forever, and it's just me and him. When we film
Yeah.
the video, it's just me and him. So it's always fun.
And yes, he did an amazing job on this one and several. I mean, all the videos that you have out. I know that recently on this album here, you've got some other cuts. También that you shot some videos on that as well. Just one was pretty amazing. También. So check it out, guys. Let us know what you think right here on Tejano Time Podcast. Right here, some Mr. Juan Treviño for you guys. Check it out.
Te mando mensajes y no me respondes, pero sé que los lees y te esperas al viernes pa' mandarme un corazoncito. Y nos vemos en el mismo sitio. Esa es tu rutina, de lunes a viernes te desapareces y yo confundido te quiero la semana completa. Si tú me amas será solo a medias. Yo sé que tienes miedo a entregarte al 100%. Abre tu corazón, el resto déjaselo al tiempo. Yo veo en tu mirada que también deseas más. De viernes a domingo esto no va a funcionar. Rompe esa barrera y déjate llevar. Si hacen falta días, le agregamos 2 más. Si sacamos cuentas, eso no es suficiente. Falta calendario, de eso ya estoy consciente. Yo te propongo desde ahora empezar 24/7. Rompe esa barrera y déjate llevar. Si hacen falta días, le agregamos 2 más. Si sacamos cuentas, esto no es suficiente. Falta calendario, de eso ya estoy consciente. Yo te propongo desde ahora empezar 24/7. Rompe esa barrera y déjate llevar. Si hacen falta días, le agregamos 2 más. Si sacamos cuentas, eso no es suficiente. Falta calendario, de eso ya estoy consciente. Yo te propongo desde ahora empezar 24/7. De hoy hasta siempre.
All right. So, where did you shoot that video at? Here in town?
Yeah, here in
Here in town?
downtown.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Right
hadn't
downtown.
seen it. I hadn't seen it in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I was looking. I was like, wait a minute. That looks like downtown.
Yeah, there's
That
downtown
makes
here,
it
man. Yeah,
nice.
it
Yes.
was
Great work.
también we went late at night to where there was less people, but yeah, it was
Hmm.
fun filming it.
Yes, and just like all the other ones, you did another one recently under what is it? Under a bridge? Under
It no,
what was it?
oh yeah, that one was también closer to downtown, under a
See?
bridge somewhere. Yeah, we
Oh,
just
it was-
drive around. Hey, I like this. Yeah, let's do it right here.
yeah.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun.
Amazing, man. So the guy, like I said, the guy that you got there doing it for you does an amazing job también. So
Yeah, he's great.
yeah, keep up the great work. Luis Garcia says saludos everyone.
Saludos,
Thank
Luis.
you. Thank you for tuning in. He says, I love this dancing song. So, yeah, it's a cumbia there for everybody out there. Yes, go out there and stream his music, guys. It's available on all digital platforms. Juan Treviño, okay? You heard that one right there. Falta Calendario 24/7. And also Renacer, which is his brand new single that just dropped on April. Well, the album dropped April 17th. This is
Yeah,
your
the whole
single, your next
Yeah.
single that just came out as well.
Yeah. The next
So-
single, hopefully it comes out maybe in a month or so.
A month.
It's already out, but for the radio will probably be it's called Las Calles de Sevilla. And that's also a cumbia, and that's more inspired more of my trip when we went for the Land Grammys to Spain,
Okay.
to Sevilla, and it talks about Sevilla a little bit, and my experiences over there with my wife, and I was able to collaborate with John Plagado. He's a flamenco guitar player from Spain, so we combined the cumbia with con I guess you could say, yeah, es como flamenco with una cumbia flamenca, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was really happy with that's my favorite song on the album, Las Calles de
Nice.
Sevilla.
So that one should be dropping pretty soon, guys. So be on the
Yeah.
lookout. You can look it up right now, guys. It's still
Yes.
it's out there. But for radio, it's going to be dropping soon. También, you'll be able to request it. You'll be able to stream it, download it, whatever your favorite platform may be. Go out there and get it, guys. It doesn't get any better than that, man. This guy's out there putting some great music out there for you guys. Great music for your ears, and it doesn't get any better than that. So, Mr. Juan Treviño, always a pleasure talking to him here on the show. So we're going to be looking for that new single to drop, también, Juan. Very very soon, también. Anything else you want to add tonight, man?
No, just say thank you. I mean, to you first, por darme el espacio. You always, you have always opened the doors from your studio and the radio station, to talk, about new music with me and with Grupo Alamo también. Whenever
También.
we work on new music también. And to everybody who supports my music and likes it and shares it, and there a lot of people send me messages all the time. Hey, this song helped me for this, and I dedicated this
Nice.
song to this. And a lot of times they ask me if I could record them the same song, but like acoustic version, so they could dedicate it to somebody else.
Okay.
Because they like on my platforms, I usually do the same songs, but I do it with either just a bajo or a guitar, slow version, like the way I write them.
Yeah.
And so people also like that a lot. So if y'all want to follow me like on YouTube, también ahí pongo todos los videos esos. But no, just thank you to everybody who supports my music, and all the artists also who's recorded my music throughout the years.
Mm.
I'm blessed that I can do this for a living, and man, what can I say? I'm just blessed.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and again, it's just what you do every day, day in and day out. When you have time. The writing, well, if he has to be in
yeah,
the mood for the writing, so.
yeah.
But when he
Uh,
does do it,
yeah,
it's a killer, guys. It's some good stuff. So, yeah, you go out and support. You got to go out and support. The music, whatever he puts out there. And just like everybody else, man, go out there and support Tejano. Go out there and support Norteño. Go out there and support whatever the case may be, whatever your likes are, guys. Just but he's got some great stuff. And if you're watching the show tonight, you're watching it for a reason, because you're a fan of Mr. Juan Treviño. So go out there and stream the music. También go out there and add it to your playlist, man. I can't stress that enough. That's what we're here for. It's out promoting his new stuff, and we want to get the word out as well, so that way you guys can go out there and have something else to listen to instead of your same old, same old. You know what I mean? Something fresh,
yeah,
for your
yeah.
playlist. So, have you and Ernie had any talks or anything about anything in the future for Alamo, or is there anything in the plans?
I think he was gonna start working on it already,
See?
the pre-production.
Hmm.
And then I think he just finished también a new album that's supposed to come out from Teddy
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
Grupo Oro.
yes.
Yeah, que Dios lo tenga en su santa gloria. He passed away last year,
Rest in
but
peace.
he left the full album finished,
Mm.
and Ernie's been putting the final touches on
Final
that. I
touches.
know it should be out really really soon, and I was able también to participate on that. I did some backup vocals and stuff like that, but it's a really really good album también.
Yeah, we'll be on the lookout for that for sure, no doubt. And keep up the great work, man. As always, there's always all kinds of music that you guys put together. Whether it be with Alamo or whether your projects también, your music. Laura Perez Treviño says, "We are so proud of Juan Treviño."
That's my wife.
That's your
Saludos.
wife. Nice. Yes. Sorry, we apologize for taking away from you for this hour. Okay. Yeah, but it's all for a great cause. Okay. Yes, so it's always a big supporter. I mean, I'm sure your wife, of everything that you do. I mean,
Yeah,
and
of course.
when you guys went out there to the Latin Grammys también, recently, you took her along. Of course, your wife. You're going to take her. There's no doubt about that. I'm sure she enjoyed it and she had a blast as well. So that's what it's
Yeah,
all about,
it was
man.
fun being able to share that moment
That
with her.
moment.
I mean, she's my number one supporter. Sometimes when I don't feel like doing stuff, like I need to go see a band, I tell her like on a Monday, I need to go see David Lee when he's in town. I gotta talk to him. And then on Friday, I'm like, man, I don't feel like going. She said, no, you need to go. Come on. So she's the one that came out. Sometimes when I feel lazy or not, I'm not feeling that. She said, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. So she's a
Yeah.
great support, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's what it's all about. When you got that great support system, it works wonders. Trust me. I'm the same way. My wife is the same way with me. There's no doubt about that. She supports me 110% with what I do, whether it be radio, whether it be the podcast, or being out on the road, because we do a lot of traveling. I mean,
Yeah.
so it's a great feeling, and she supports me 110%. If she didn't, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
We're
that's how
lucky.
it is. We're lucky. Yeah. So one of the lucky ones, a couple of us here and there. Yeah. He gets the chancla, she says right here. Yeah, there it is right there. She even put the chancla on the screen, guys. Yes.
They have
All
a
right.
chocolate emoji or what?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Oh wow.
she found it.
Oh, she made it.
No, it's there. You got to go back and watch it, man. Check it out.
Yeah.
Guys, if you guys are tuned in, thank you so much for tuning in here to the Tejano Time Podcast. Having a great old time right here, talking to a great friend from right here in H-Town. We are talking about Mr. Juan Treviño, two-time Latin Grammy winner, four-time nominee, singer, songwriter. He's got a lot of stuff under his belt and a lot of great music. We encourage you guys to go out there and add it to your playlist. Stream the videos or stream the songs, but go and check his YouTube channel out there. Man, he's got a lot of great videos up there that you can check out también on YouTube. What are your handles right now? Where can they find you on social media, Juan?
It's all Juan H. Treviño, or I mean, just Juan H. Treviño. My website, I mean, is juanhtreviño.com, and you could, from there, you could find the links to on my platforms, but they're all the same. I think the Facebook is the only one that has the Juan Treviño Oficial at the end.
Okay.
That's my oldest page, so that's the way. Back in the day, you had to identify my personal page from the other one.
From the other one.
So it's too late for me to change it. I would have to start another one from zero. So that's the only one that's different. But yeah, I mean, if you just go to juanhtreviño.com, you can find the links to all my platforms there.
There you go. That's as easy as that, guys. That's it. And you can find everything there that you need to search Juan Treviño and all his other platforms that he's on available. Give him a follow. It's always doing great things out there. También always putting out great music. So when he has something that's going to drop, he will definitely put it on his page for you guys to know and make you guys aware of when that date is coming. So a new single is going to be out very, very soon también. So be on the lookout. And what's the title of that new single, Juan?
Las Calles de Sevilla.
That's going to be out very, very soon. So pay attention for that as well. Pay attention to that release date. Okay. I know he said within 3 months?
No, about a couple months. Since Renacer's still doing good on the charts.
It's doing really good.
Yeah. I want to wait a little bit.
You want to wait and let that one sink in for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's the way to do it nowadays, with those singles. You can, like you said, you're doing the right thing. You got the album, but you want to release every song there, to do its time and get the fans out there to get familiar with every song that's on the album. So that's a great thing. Because again, back in the days, you remember when an album was released back in, the early, 2000s or, in the 1995 or 96, 3 songs were great from the radio. I mean, from the label, and all the other ones were shelved. Nobody knew about them unless you purchased the album. And, if it's not heard on the radio, they don't know anything about it. They don't hear it. Yeah. So, but this is a good thing right now, the way that the industry is going. So that's another thing I want to ask you before we let you go. Industry-wise, you know what I mean? What are your thoughts on the industry right now? Where do you think it's headed?
I think it's doing better in the last few years. I mean, there's a lot of new artists that are coming out. A lot of female artists, actually, which maybe 5 years ago, everybody was complaining and there wasn't enough. Yeah. And now I think it's lacking more male artists.
More male artists. Yeah.
But I mean, it's good. I just wish that they would record more. A lot of these people, they do one single a year sometimes because I understand it gets expensive for a good quality, album or song. But I think they do. That's probably what we need more catalog. People, the artists need to have more catalog, so they could be heard more and pushed on the radio también, because sometimes you hear it like if you could hear a song while it's recorded great in a good quality studio and everything, and then they jump to another song that then they're like, wow, that sounds totally different. Even the volume is like really low.
Yeah.
So it's just you just gotta. I think they have to, do their homework, and it's hard. You have to save your money to do a good production. I'm blessed because I have my home studio, and then I have friends también that, like Ernie, he works in Nashville, at Blackbird también, and I could go over there and book the studio over there and work. Pero aquí no hay muchos. There's not a lot of studios, and of course the ones that are out there, they're expensive because you're gonna pay for a good quality music. But I think that's what's lacking more than anything: a good catalog, good songs, good songwriters, to help these rising artists that are out there, and they can't be afraid to call and ask for help when they can't do it, because you never know, somebody might answer the phone and say, yeah man, I can help you with that, but you just got to be able, you have to ask somebody, Porque si dices, I can't do it, and you just don't do it,
Yeah.
then ahí te vas a quedar, you know?
Exactly right where you're
Yeah.
at. So yeah, so they just call. You never know. Somebody to give you a helping hand sometime there. You just never know. But again, they have to be willing. There's no doubt about that. But you're right. There's some songs that come out. One song here, and it sounds great. The next song comes out and very low quality, and
Yeah.
sometimes they just rush things. You know what I mean, just to get it out. And
Yeah.
you know that better than anybody else out there. That from the new artist and whatnot. That you don't do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You have to
But
take
even
perfection.
like, I mean, like Frontera, for example, they release a song every 3 weeks.
Mhm.
You don't have to do that. If you release 3 songs a year, that's good enough. But you're
Mhm.
gonna have something new all the time,
Yeah.
or at least something that you can promote, and people are gonna see you more. When you promote it on your social platforms, you have something new to show them. It's not just the same thing. Hey, it's just me dancing with the video and song and same old song in the background. And
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much what it is. Trying and this day you market yourself, on all the
Right.
TikToks and all this stuff, and it's
All
just you have to find your niche on what you're better at and what gives you more views, and just keep on doing that.
and keep on doing
To
it. Yeah.
me, luckily, it's my songs when I sing them acoustically, so that's why I'm always doing videos like that.
Yeah. You're right. That's true. Yeah. So yeah, take that advice, guys. All you youngsters out there, if you're watching the show, or you maybe, I'm sure they'll tune in sometime. But I say, that advice, take it and run with it. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about that. All the youngsters out there, and that's the word of advice there for Mr. Juan Treviño. Doesn't you can't say it any better. You know. That's there. So, again, thank you, Juan, for joining us here once again on the Tejano Time podcast. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Always a great time. Catching up with all the great things that you have in store, now, and what you got for the future también. Good luck to you on the rest of the way for the rest of this year. It's still young. You a lot more your music. I'm sure you're going to have by the end of the year también for us. So we'll be looking out for that as well. More videos to come. So you guys go out there, look him up on YouTube también. Check out his videos. You can check out his platforms on all social media platforms. He's already given you guys the handles for that as well. You can always go back and check it out también. Norma Salazar says hello. Thank you, Norma,
Saludos, Norma.
for tuning in right here to the show. So yes, again, man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Juan. Again, the door's always open. You already know. You're always welcome here or on the show, whatnot. And we'll look for some more stuff here in the future from you, some more good music también. So best of luck to you.
No, thank you, Keith, for always, like I said before, también always opening the doors from your show. And I'm just happy to talk about music.
Yes.
I forgot who I was talking to about that earlier during the week, last week, and I was telling them, if it's a podcast, even if it's not to talk about my music, just talk about music in general, and that's fun too. But in this case, it's fun to now that my album's out, platicar contigo de eso, and also the people who watch your podcast. A lot of hopefully I got some new fans from that hadn't listened
It
to my
had
music
to.
before. So I mean, thank you for what you do. I mean, with the radio station también playing it, and you're always on top of the new singles and the videos and everything. So I really appreciate it, man.
And no problem, man. That's what it's all about. We are here, and we're here to stay. We're going to ride it till the wheels fall off. And just like Gabriela Martinez says, they fall off, she's going to put some more on it and ride it again.
Yeah.
So, yes, definitely. Yes, it's always a pleasure talking to you. We're going to continue to do this thing here, and we'll catch you again. And the rebound again, we'll bring you back on the show again. It's always great to have you. H-Town's very own Juan Treviño, ladies and gentlemen, to everybody who watched us tonight on Tejano TV. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. And go out and stream his music. It's now available on all streaming platforms también, okay? Juan Treviño, guys, Latin Grammy, 2-time Latin Grammy winner right here on Tejano Time Podcast. Have a great night, my brother.
Saludos. Good night.